Congratulations to Franklin for winning Orlando Pro. When I look at the lineup, I knew he was going to win because he's the only top tier bodybuilder Olympian that was in that lineup that everybody really know. So I knew he was already going to win. And I said it earlier in the video that I made. If you go watch it, I said he was going to win and he's going to punch his ticket to Olympia 2025. And I even predict him to probably make top 5 in Olympia. I don't know yet, but we shall see what he's going to bring. I know there's not much he's going to bring. I think we're still going to see Franklin that we've seen here. We might just see him a little bit tighter, which to me, this is a great condition. So anything he brings more than this is going to just be a bonus for the audience and for the show. But I don't know if this will be able to put him in the top 5, but for sure, he will be in that top 10. He will be in that first call-out. He might be battling these guys for the spot. You never know, right? You never know. Bodybuilding is a subjective sport and it's full with element of surprise. So now that he has punched his ticket to Olympia, where do you guys think Franklin might place or will place in 2025 Mr. Olympia? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you're Franklin fan, please share, subscribe, like, turn on the notification button because that's the only way the algorithm recognize the videos and posts and share it as much as they can. Also, that's how we build the platform. We have our community where we go back and forth. I always engage with my followers, my subscribers here. So please, like I said, don't forget to turn on the notification button. It's very, very important so that when I post, you get to see it. You get to know what is going on in the world of bodybuilding. I always keep you guys posted. So with that being said, folks, Logan was on. He was on. I knew he was going to win. Despite the lineup, he was going to win. And, in the Classic this year, he brought it. If Franklin was just had a little bit mass, he would have won that show. He would have won Anno Classic. For sure, he would have won because his flows, the way he poses. To be honest with you, what really impressed me the most about him is the way he poses. Oh my goodness. This is definition of bodybuilding. #bodybuilding according to Milos. For sure, this guy is going to do extremely well. I just hope that he don't turn to Lion Bayeke. Lion Bayeke is from France and he's from France. But, I think that kind of stupid for me to say. But Lion Bayeke had all the potentials, looked great, but he never really, really nailed it. The last time we saw him a couple of years in Anno Classic. So Stefan is looking great, bro. This guy is taking classic structure to bodybuilding. And his leg is massive. I think what he just need, he need more lats. I know, he just transitioned this year, so he need more lat. But once his lat is filled out with this tiny waist and these monstrous legs, this big arm, big chest, you see feathers all over his chest, his arm, forearm, shoulders, everything is complete. I think the only thing he just need to fill out with time is going to be his lats and his back. That's it. He got great calf, great legs, great hamstrings. Every other body part is spot on. And he also know how to pose because there's one thing about classic guys when they move to open, they look so great. They look so good. Their flows, their leg placement on stage, their movement, everything is different. That's why I just can't wait to see Urs and see what he's going to do because he has a great physique. So I can't wait to see these guys on stage and see, how they perform and how they look like. Because, if you really think about it, Chris Bumstead gave Matis Fitzwater a run for his money, right? In Prague. He gave him a tough time. So with these classic guys moving to open, man, it's going to be crazy. So like I said, I just can't wait to see this guy in open bodybuilding lineup. What do you guys think? I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think like he's going to be successful in open in the next couple of years? Like if he really grow the way he's supposed to, if he put on that size in his lats and his in his back, do you guys think that he's going to be successful? Because I think it's going to be easy for him because he already had the structure. One thing in bodybuilding is if you are genetically gifted, that is half of bodybuilding. If you're genetically gifted, that's half of bodybuilding. The rest is just to put a muscle on top of that frame that you already have. So that is one thing. If you have it, is a plus. It takes you so far in sport of bodybuilding. But if you don't have that genetics, you have to work extra hard to put yourself in that conversation. But these guys that is genetically gifted, they work hard, but they not as much. They don't have the same struggle like guys that is not genetically gifted. Look at this man. This 3D. Just imagine this guy on stage. This is just like a relaxed pose. Look at his shoulders. Look at the feathers in his chest, his legs, his arms. Everything is 3D. This is like a cartoon character you watch on TV. Man, I don't know where these guys are coming from. To be honest with you, every now and then you see these genetically freaks just come out of nowhere, out of the woodwork. Like, what the heck is this? Look at this dude, man. Look at this dude. I think if this guy fill out his frame and he's really stick to bodybuilding and take it serious, these are the guys that will be future Mr. Olympians. I guarantee you that. If they stick to it, if he stick to it, this guy, that's why when I look at the landscape of open bodybuilding right now, I think like them Samson, Andrew, all these guys, they're gonna, Derek, Hardy, I think they're gonna leave the sport of bodybuilding in good hands. Look at Vito. These guys are young, like they are young. Look at Nick Ziller.
All right, guys, it's that time of the prep. We did 8 weeks out point, and arm training was activated. So I'm just going to give you the rundown on it. A few exercises that I use. Highly effective. This right here, of course, the hammer curl for the brachialis work. I do this. I do about 4 sets.
Right.
And then after about 4 sets, typically I move on to what I would call a concentration curl. But if you notice how I execute, it's very important to maximize the stretch. In this concentration curl, I got the elbow really tight, possible to the body, inside into the thigh, in the inner thigh area. I am leaning back against that leg so I can get that stretch in the bicep. You see that stretch I got like that? Very effective. So these are my 2 bicep exercises I use majority of my bicep workout. Enjoy.
Brandon got better leg than a lot of guys in that lineup. Let's see Brandon legs. Yeah, he might not have that lines. He might not have that lines in his legs, but when it comes to the fullness, the roundness, everything, he got it. So for me, I would never count Brandon out. I think Brandon has always been this type of a guy that people always can't out. I think it's because probably he's quiet. He's not really vocal like the rest of them. He doesn't really engage in the social media back and forth. He doesn't. He's a man with class. He carries himself different. Look at that feathers in his glutes. This man is conditioned. This man, he's just quiet, doing his thing, prepping. No social media highlights. No, paparazzi kind of, publicity stunts for him online. He's just quiet, doing his prep, and he ain't saying nothing. To be honest with you, I can't remember, like, this far out, Brandon already having feathers in his glutes, in the leg, with all veined up. Man, this here, Mr. Olympia, is going to be great. I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people, they're thinking going to make top 5. We'll be in top 5. A lot of people we think that's going to make top 5 might not end up in top 5. For real. They might not end up in top 5. Guys, please don't forget to share, subscribe, comment, and turn on your notification button. Look at Brandon. Look at his hamstrings. Look at that. We're still 5 weeks out. his glute is already sucked in. I think we might see Brandon. I think we might see the best of Brandon this year because he's so quiet, just locked in. Look at all the veins and everything in his quads. Okay, Brandon ain't playing with nobody. It's Mr. O. So he know what he takes to win.
I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on Urs moving up to open, based off of his physique, his track record, how well you think he's going to do, if he's going to get Olympia qualification, things like that.
Very big struggle for him, so I can understand it. And I think it's cool when guys can outgrow a class and move up.
And my personal opinion on Urs, and I've said this pretty openly, is like you have two choices when you can actually grow really easily. You either outgrow the division, you move up, or B, you just run less gear. And my opinion is he still had room to get denser, harder, and shape his physique a little bit better. He grew so fast that I think that his waist got slightly wider in the back shot. And I really like his physique, by the way. And I do think that long term, him moving up to open is the right decision.
I do think Urs is a touch on the smaller side. And I think Urs needs probably a good few off seasons to really come into his own and make a big dent in the open ranks. But if he can maintain that shape and just grow everything else around it, I think Urs could be really, really good in the open for sure.
I say the same thing. I think he needs 2 really solid off seasons to bring up his other portions of the body to really make it flow with the size that he needs to compete against these open guys. I think he'll do well. I think he could be like a top 5 kind of guy potentially in the right lineup, but I don't think that he's going to walk away with the win. I think the guys are just too big right now and too complete for him to compete in open right now.
I just wanted to share this with you guys for those of you that haven't seen the video clip, about Nick's opinion about Urs moving to open. I think, that was a good assessment. For me, I think, I believe the same. I think he's going to take time to come into his own and grow into that division. I don't think he's just going to make a splash moving up like that because these guys are way bigger than him. Way bigger than him. Some of them might give him like 20 pounds, 25 pounds, 30 pounds. So he's going to take his time to grow into that division. And once he grow into that division, he's going to be a big player in that division too. So when I saw Brandon Curry, like legs, the veins, the glutes, the striations and stuff like that, I like this man, Nick and Curry's, they have similar condition. So I think this year, Mr. Olympia is really, really going to be fun. It's really because right now, because we can't really say, like 100% that Samson is going to win, but it's my pick to win the show because Samson is on, because that's what the judges want him to do, just to, be conditioned. Size is not his problem, so he might have to sacrifice a little bit of size to bring that condition. So guys, I just want to share this with you guys, and congratulations to Franklin for qualifying for Olympia 2025. Please subscribe, share, comment, and let algorithm push our content. And I love you guys. Peace. I'm out. Happy weekend.